Hey everybody, what's going on? So today I'm actually going to be doing a bit of recording on Windows as opposed to Mac. So this is not necessarily photography or anything to do with any of the applications that I do with photography. This is more so a setup, a streaming setup. Certain tools that I use because, there's quite a few programs, and it's not just integrated into live streaming. This is something that helps out with a lot of other things too. We're going to talk about some products today. So let's go ahead and start with Wavelink, which is an application that only works with a wave mic. A wave mic is going to be something that you can obtain through Elgato, whether it's the Wave 1 or the Wave 3. Either of those two microphones will work with the software. If it is any other microphone, it will not. Now you can add, and as you can see, I don't have to hear myself, but the stream is basically hearing it, so it's outputting in OBS. So as I'm talking, you can see the levels right here. If I wanted to lower the levels of my voice, I could do that, and you would still be able to hear it. But I'm just going to leave as is. So this is what happens when I'm actually live streaming. There's quite a few things you can do to the mic. So I have mine going from left to right. I can do it inverted because mine is upside down. I could do it that way, but personally, I like it left to right. I just leave as is. I can change the input gain, but I found that this works for me right here. So I'm not changing it. I can do the output volume to the headphone jack, which is in the back of the microphone. I don't use the output on the microphone. I actually have a wireless headset set up through, I want to call it the Elgato dock because I do use everything through Boot Camp with the Mac Mini. So I do have an external dock. That also helps with a few other things that I don't have that are on the Mac Mini. Anyway, if you're running on Windows, you probably have a plethora of USB ports. I do not. So here we go. Mix PC. Where is it? Mic and the PC mix. So this is basically going to the headphone jack still. I don't need to worry about this. I can do the enhanced lower cut filter if I wanted to. And you're hearing that right now. Or I could take that off. Clip guard is basically going to prevent everything from peaking. If I take clip guard off, everything peaks and you can hear like little pops. I like clip guard. It's very effective for what I do when I live stream. So that's the mic. That's the settings I prefer. Now, if I wanted to hear everything for myself right here in a monitor mix, that's what I do. If I want to hear everything that's going to the stream, I can switch it here. But honestly, I only want to hear what I need to hear on the monitor mix. The stream mix, I already know what you all are hearing because I'm able to see that. But if I wanted to basically, for example, run some music here internal, let me pull up iTunes real quick. All right, so I'm gonna put on some stream beats. So I'm gonna rock this EDM Jolly Pogger, right? Now you all can hear it because I'm playing it in the stream mix. If I don't want you all to hear music, it's that simple. Now, if you have a Streamdeck, this becomes a little more fun. You can actually create a button, or I think they even have profiles where you can actually... Hold on, this music is a little distracting. All right, so I just wanted to show you the example of how that works, where you can turn it off, turn it on, but I can still hear it. So I turned it off. Anyways, Streamdeck will actually enable you to create these functions without having to click here, and you're able to do it from the actual deck. If you're on a budget, wait till you get some sales. Or, if anything, if you really need a stream deck like as soon as possible, get the very low budget one, the mini. I had the regular stream deck and it turns out I needed more buttons, so I'm very grateful I got the XL. But let's go ahead and jump into other features. So this is game, right? And I've noticed a lot of people are having issues with PC gaming. If you're running a game, and like my digital audio interface right here, this is my capture card. So this tells me game capture HD 60S Plus. I have it set to game, but I'm going to show you something else if I can pull it up here. The reason why I have it set to game is because I want it to come through the game sound right here. So if I play a video game, it will come through this. I suppose I can turn something on real quick. Hold on, y'all. I am monitoring something real quick here. So what you're hearing is the switch turning on. It's going to probably take a minute before it appears on OBS, and if it doesn't, I just have to play around with it again. Hold on, y'all. It's being bunny. Properties, game capture HD 60. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to turn on the switch. So when I'm live streaming, you're able to hear the music. Oh, just kidding. Right, so you're able to see the sound coming through, right? Well, as the sound comes through, I have to wait for it to load. That way you all can see it in the stream output. But you see the monitor mix and you see the stream mix? That's how I know the audio is coming through from the video game. That's just an example, so let me turn this thing off real quick. Ah, wait. I'm turning on and turning off stuff I shouldn't be doing. Hold on. Okay, I was trying to multitask here. It wasn't working in my favor. Right, so let's get back to our screen. Here we go. Turn this off. So this is Wavelink. You can set it up for Discord, voice chat, or whatever program you use for voice chat. Me personally, I like to do this in Discord. So when I'm doing my, people are asking, how are you able to do your console streaming? And how are you able to communicate in Discord or have a party chat? I don't use the chat link anymore. Me personally, I have moved everything multiplayer with the exception of playing off stream onto Discord. So, I always send my buddies a little heads up. Hey, do you want to do this tonight? I'll be in Discord. So they'll know. And I have a headset, which is my Razer Nary. The Razer Nary is going to be where I can select just for Discord my mic to be chat here. And then I can set it up for voice chat here, which will in turn pop up here. I have it twice. I don't know why Discord is listed in here twice, to be honest, but I've always set it up this way. Anytime that there's a system sound, I want it to come through in the system settings. So in other words, I don't want that coming to my stream. I want to be able to hear the system sounds, but I don't want my stream to hear it. For OBS, I've done the same thing. I put it to the link system. And the default is the default mic, which is going to be my Elgato Wave 3. So that all comes through. Now, Razer snaps, it'll, you get little update notifications or whatever. It interrupts, whatever you're doing on your headset or your monitors. That'll come through, but I don't want it to come through my streams. So that's why it's set up to system as well. So this is why I have my preferences set up the way that I do. Voice chat, I want to be able to hear everybody, and I want you all to be able to hear everybody. So when you see this icon right here, this is the streaming icon. This is the stream output. This is what you all are hearing. I don't have to hear it. Now, if I wanted to switch to hear what you all are hearing, I could switch it here, but I don't need to worry about that because I already can see what's going here as I'm talking. The game, so let's start up a PC game. I'm gonna open up Steam here. It's gonna take a moment because I'm doing it from the Streamdeck. I have it as a quick launch on the Streamdeck, and I'll show you all Streamdeck here in a minute. Close. All right, so I'm gonna go to my library, and okay, let me launch this thing real quick. I have no idea if it's going to appear to my right or my left, but I launched Among Us, or I thought I did. I think it's going to appear on my main, Oh, damn. So you see how it's pulling up an aux over here? That's the game. You all can't hear it, but when this happens, like if the game is not set up to go through game, it'll go to my default. My default is aux for a reason, so I put it as aux 1. Because look, it's going to the default audio output. But you can come here and you can change the game output. And if I wanted to use a microphone, I would more than likely use my Razer Nary because it's going to go to Discord anyways. But the truth, I'm just going to keep it default because usually I don't use any in-game chatting. I use it through Discord. So I just leave it as is. But you see how it switched from aux to game? And you were able to hear the game sound. So if that doesn't work, make sure that you have aux enabled, aux 1. I usually use that as my default just because I know that some games may work under game and some games may work under aux 1, especially if aux 1 is my default, which is why I have it set up this way. So, you know, if you want your stream to not hear something super loud, you can lower it a bit if the game is really loud. Whereas you can hear it fine, or if you have a volume button on your headset like I do, or your monitor. I mean, when I say monitors, I'm talking about your audio monitors or your speakers. You can change the volume there. But personally, when I'm streaming a game, I usually use my headset. I will not use the monitors. I use the speakers, and I call them monitors, but they're the speakers. I use them when I'm listening to like meditation music, or I'm just listening to music in general, or playing a game without live streaming. That's the only time I have it go through the actual speaker's output. So that's that when it comes to setting up between PC gaming or console gaming. I usually have these two on the ready for the audio sounds. So I know all my consoles will come through here, and some games will come through here, and some of them will come through here depending on configuration. Now, the last thing is, you know, somebody was asking about how to run surround sound. So I have THX Spatial, or whatever you want to call it. Let me type in THX. Okay, THX Spatial Audio. I'm going to launch it here on Razer because this is very similar to what surround sound does. If I want to hear my game, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game that takes advantage of THX Spatio Audio. God, that's such a mouthful. Anyway, I can come here, or I can change it to, you know, the settings, but it's always going to go to my output aux 1, which is why I have aux 1 as my default, because if I want to hear the game, you know what, let's enable it. I don't know if you all will hear it, but let's enable it to 50% here. And we're going to test the THX Spatio Audio. We're going to do it right now. And when we see this, what I want you all to see is the aux. So I'm going to kind of move this along here so you all can see aux 1. We're going to test it. And I can hear that in my right. Wait, am I wearing my headset backwards? No, I'm not. Now it's going to my left. So I know it's working, and I can hear it for myself. For you all hearing it in the stream, it may be coming through normal. If I didn't want you all to hear it, I would turn it off and you all wouldn't hear it. But you can see I'm hearing it through my monitor mix. I figured this would be helpful for those who are trying to figure out how to set up surround sound or how to set it up with THX. I know it can be a little confusing at first. It took me a while to understand this. And through a lot of help and support, even talking directly with some Elgato support people, I have learned how to do this with Wavelink. And it's very easy. Very easy. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it and then always coming here to make sure that everything is configured properly the way that you want it set up. So it says Razer App Engine, right? Honestly, I want that to come through the system. So that'll come through system sounds. And we can actually exit out of it because honestly, I won't use this unless I'm playing a PC game. So I don't want it to really take up too much of my RAM, even though I have, you know, a fairly decent amount of RAM. But you always want to make sure your stuff is set up. You can't change anything here because this is system sounds, and that'll always go to default. And you want to make sure that you update it if you turn off a device. And in my case, like I said, I had it route to aux1. You all saw that. But you always want to come back here when you're done with your surround or THX. You always want to come back here and fix that. Now, some of you all have RTX voice or video, and you would basically just come here, add that as an input. It will be here like a microphone. If you have, for example, if I wanted my Razer chat to come through, oh, I can hear myself. I could do that. You're probably hearing two microphones right now. Yeah, you're hearing two microphones. If I wanted to add another microphone here, it would come through. Let me mute this thing. Hold on. Okay, that should be better. But if I wanted it to come through as another microphone, that's how I would set it up. But honestly, I don't need to do that because I have everything coming through here through Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you're wanting to make sure that your settings are set up properly, hold on, y'all, because I'm trying to get to the settings screen so that way I can just get you to where we need to be here without looking at some personal information. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is how I have my setup when it comes to Discord, especially if you prefer to do voice chat over Discord or you're doing party chats. Personally, I like Discord for this reason. I prefer it as opposed to doing PlayStation's voice chat or in-game voice chat unless it's a PC game. And even PC game, I still prefer Discord. Reason being is it's an easy, accessible way to have a party chat, you know, and not only that, you know, everybody is fairly decent in my Discord. I want to say I try to keep it a positive environment. I enjoy, you know, my friends and the people who are hanging out in Discord. They're very nice people. But I have a plethora of options to choose from. But I'm always going to choose my Razornary chat unless I change my headset, which I'm contemplating. This thing is a little big for my head. Anyways, this is the Wavelink voice chat, right? Because I want my sound to come through on the stream. So it's going to be set up under voice. And that's how you'll set up your Discord. For those that are wondering, how do I get Discord to come through on the stream here? This is how I do it. So it's a lot just for one application. Now, that's just what we talked about the mic, we talked about voice chat game, and then the system default. Now, this is just basically like those system settings. If I didn't want the system settings or the sounds to come through, I would basically just remove this input and the sounds wouldn't come through. I'm fine having that there because I can hear it. I like hearing it. If I wanted to just hear the browser where you all don't, I can open up my browser. Everything keeps pulling up on my left. I'm sorry. This was not supposed to happen this way. Okay, here we go. And so what I'm going to do is pull up the monitor mix. Here we go. And I'm going to make sure that my Microsoft Edge is set up to use the browser. Now, if I wanted to use like a chat or like a microphone for the browser, I would more than likely use my Razornary chat. But honestly, I just kept it default because all I do is browse on this thing. And if something comes through, I get to hear it without you all hearing it. So it's not intrusive in my stream. Sorry, I totally banged my headset on the microphone here. Music. Personally, I have iTunes set up to music, so I don't have any other music application on here. Honestly, I have a subscription, so this is the only reason why I have it. But from here, same thing if you're setting up a music app. If you want a certain app to come through the music, you would just set it up here, Wavelink Music. You don't really need to set up a microphone for the music apps. But if you want, I keep it default. But if you wanted to have it just in case you were chatting through something like that, you could set it up through your headset or whatever. I don't do that. But usually I listen to the music. The only time that I'll have music go through for you all is when I'm playing Dead by Daylight and we're waiting in a lobby forever. But that's going to be this is going to be Wavelink. So it's a fairly simple thing to do. I do have voice mod. Personally, I don't use it. Someone told me that the way that the audio comes in through voice mod, it sounds really bad. So I just don't use it. And I'm sure it works for others, but I won't even play with voice mod. I have been wanting to try it though. Okay, so this is the thing about the capture card and why I have it go to game. So the first thing I check on anytime that I do a reboot, because sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't. Whether I have it set up to game or not, I make sure to listen to this device and play back through this device. I always have it go to game right here. So even if I forget to have the input set up, I know that it's still going to come through the game. So like if I didn't set this as default game on my digital audio interface for the Game Capture HD60S Plus, I know it would still come through here just because I've set it up on my properties that way. So, I mean, you can be very specific about how you set certain inputs up. The next thing we're going to talk about is Streamdeck. So, I've noticed a lot of you all are struggling with how do I make like an on and off button, or how is this an icon, and how do you get an arrow or something. So, this is a folder. Okay, this is just a folder. Can I go back out? It takes a moment. I don't know why Streamdeck's software is so slow between the pushing the buttons and all of that stuff, but that's okay. So this is the icon. If I wanted to change it, I would go to Set from File, and I would choose whatever icon I wanted. And yes, this is from Nerd or Die, in case anybody is wondering. This is the animated one. And I like having a slight little RGB on my stuff, so, you know, this is my thing. I created this for my lights because, you know, I like to turn my lights on and off at my convenience. So we should see it pop up here. If I wanted to turn my ring light on, my ring light will pop on. How do I get the buttons to change from on and off? That's quite simple. These are the radio buttons. So you can set the file for this one here individually, and then you switch to here and set the file for this one here individually. You're able to do a lot of customization. This is the accessory. So I've set up the ring for this particular one. Now this one right here, this is going to control the temperature for cooler or warmer lights. And this is going to be for the light itself to make it lower or brighter. That's for the ring light. This is for my right light. This is for my left light. And this is to turn them all on or turn them all off. So if I select this button, it turned on all of my lights. If I select it again, it turns off all of my lights. That is how you are going to be able to utilize the function of on and off or change your icons in Streamdeck. Now, if you don't have any icons to play with, you know, there's a plethora of Streamdeck icons that people customize and make personally. And then some of them, they're like me, where they go and they just buy them from Nerd or Die or whoever, and, you know, you can customize it. I made this little key right here, this little Pac-Man key, because I happen to like, you know, things to match, with the exception of this. I haven't been able to find one for Affinity Photo yet, but I will at some point. But this was just basically like what was it? It was a launch or something. I don't know. I think it was like a switch profile. Yeah, it's a switch profile icon. So I created this. There's a template that I got from Nerd or Die where I can create the same kind of little GIF with the icon in the middle, and I decided to go with Pac-Man. So I just click it, and somebody made this, and I think this is so cool. Oh, y'all can't see it. I can see it. Anyways, Pac-Man basically kills the little baddies, and if I tap it again, it's not supposed to do that. It was supposed to take me home. But this is actually the Wavelink profile that I have for the Streamdeck XL. This is basically going to turn on or off my mic right here. This one. So if I wanted to turn the stream off, it would do that. This is my system, on or off. Like, so this is going to be the monitor mix, what I can hear. And this is going to be the stream mix, what you all can hear. this should not be here because you all will never hear my system, so I can probably fix that. There's music. This one I definitely use. You can change the volume here. And then browser. I should remove that one too because you all will never hear the browser. But you can create different profiles. For example, oh yeah, I have my affinity. So like when I use affinity or when I'm editing photos or something, and yes, I bought this, you know, don't judge. It takes a lot of time to create a lot of the hotkeys or, you know, shortcuts and stuff. And so I just wanted it quick and easy. And so when I launched the app, it automatically takes me to my, my profile for it. And that's what I wanted. I just wanted to start working on stuff without having to worry about a workflow. I guess I didn't set up the profile properly, so I'll do that later. Anyways, let's get out of that real quick here. Yeah, it closed out. Now these right here are launchers. So this will open up my Amazon games. This will open up my Battle.net. This will open up Epic. This will open up GOG. This is going to open up my GeoForce, my Steam, and this will open up Uplay. This is actually my Ubisoft stuff, so it's like, I want to say, basically like updates and stuff for the games that I already played through Ubisoft. This right here is my, okay, so you see this, right? This locks my screen. This locks my Windows screen. So now when I'm doing whatever, I don't have to hit Windows and the L key on my computer. I can just hit this button right here and my computer just locks the screen. This is my Twitter folder for when I launch my games. So like if I have a set custom message that I want to create for Twitter, like if I'm going live on DVD, Dead by Daylight, it already has everything pre-filled out with a little photo and everything. So I've taken the time to customize so much because I like to have an efficient workflow when I'm streaming, so where I can just tap a button and I'm done with it. I don't have to worry about it. So we're going to go into here because I primarily use OBS. Every now and then I'll use Streamlabs, but oh, okay. Here we go. So right now, as you can see, this is on. It's actually animated on my end. You all won't get to see the animation, but it is an animated GIF. This is when I go live. This is my scene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my stream starting. This is my live screen, which is why it's open. This is going to be my be right back screen. This is going to be my I'm going offline, like my ending the stream, and this is my offline. This is my cover. So before like you see me when I do my live streams or anything like that, this is going to be the little cover. So if like I tap that, you all saw the cover on the screen. This is my chat. So if I wanted chats enabled on my stream, it would show up here somewhere. But honestly, I haven't used the chat function in a while. I think I kind of like seeing the chat, but not having it in my game. I feel like it's healthier that way, and I think that's just because of lessons learned between multi-streaming, between YouTube, Facebook gaming, and Twitch, and I found what works for me, so, and I can still engage with you all and see your messages as it comes through. This is my mic. This is actually going to be my, what you call an audio mixer. This is with the Wavelink, so everything is pretty much ran through here through OBS. And I guess I can do some screenshots or something for those who are curious on how to set that up. But there's a very good guide on Elgato. I actually followed it down to the T, so I understood it. This is my Discord. Oh, hold on. We'll have to fix that. So this one right here is Discord. Discord is going to be where there is a plugin, a third-party plugin. I've actually posted this in the Elgato Discord community tech help chat, and or I might have did it under feature request. I think I did it under feature request. But anyway, somebody was asking about how to connect Discord to mute, unmute, deafen. There's a plugin for it, dude. Right here. This is all of it right here. If I wanted to mute on or off, if I wanted to self-deafen, so everything here, whether it's push to talk, voice activated mode, everything is right here. And I love this plugin because I only use it for the mute and unmute. It's a wonderful wonderful little thing. And I'll post a link in the video when I upload it. But let's see here. This is my ads. I don't run ads on Twitch yet. Once I hit affiliate status, you'll probably see an ad for 30 seconds starting out, and then eventually they'll increase to a minute. But we're nowhere near that yet. This is my live indicator when I'm on Twitter. So when I start streaming live, this is a button I hit to let you guys know, hey, I'm live right now. And then when I'm done with my stream, I hit this and it goes back to my name. So these are commands that I set up with Streamlabs. This little thing here, except it's actually like Streamlabs in your account. And the chatbot is a very wonderful, wonderful function. Let me pull that up for you real quick here. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Just so that way my personal information isn't 100% displayed. Let me just go to my CloudBot real quick. All right. So, okay. Here we go. So, commands. I like custom commands. So, we're going to pull this back up, right? Because I'm showing you all so many things at once here in this video. All right. So this is my live. So when I do this, this is the message that comes up. And there's more to it. It's the link. When I am doing my live, I usually have custom commands. So then there's tips. And tips will be right here. Here's my custom command for tips. And it'll post where to donate, which is pretty amazing. And I try not to be intrusive in my streams with it. I just send it at the very beginning and I just leave as is. There's things under your About You page. There's a lot of stuff. So then there's my thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next stream. And then, of course, my Discord. Here's the link where you can join. And then, you know, the squid and then the Pokemon and the maps. Because when I play Breath of the Wild, you know, some of you all are using the maps or trying to locate maps for Korok seeds or where a particular baddie is. And honestly, I might condense it down to just one map because I found one map that's more efficient for me without any ads popping up. And I think that's the first link. Anyways, you can set up custom commands so that way when you're streaming or whatever, instead of typing and using a mechanical keyboard like I do, which is very clicky and it comes through, you can set these up. It'll do this and then it'll automatically post everything to your chat. And you don't have to worry about it. And I like doing this because then it'll actually do that. And then I can clear the chat when the stream is done. And once I set up voice mod again, I don't personally use it, but if I wanted to, yeah, it needs to be running. So it'll tell you when something needs to be done. But, you know, I have the lights here as a quick thing when I already have OBS open. So, you know, if my stream ends or whatever, I'll turn out the lights because I have a sugar glider who lives behind my green screen here. And so when I'm done streaming or whatever, I'll turn out the lights. This is supposed to be for my filter when I throw out bad words, but honestly, I don't really use it. And I know I should. But, you know, most of the time I keep it to a minimum. So it's pretty, we don't need to worry about it yet. If it gets overly out there, I may. But I don't think that you all will see me use this one. Sometimes I'll copy and paste a little Twitter thing so that way I stay focused on what I'm doing and I just stay in one section here. This is my Facebook post, so it's a multi-action. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. Here we go. There we go. So this will open up Facebook for me. I have it at 13 seconds. It takes time to open up the browser and everything. So, you know, there's that. Here's my hotkey. So this is a post, right? Facebook's post is going to be the letter P. So when you're already there on their webpage, it is a hotkey that you can select. So P is there for posting. And then here's my message. I'm going live. I'm playing whatever game. And I will edit this per stream. So I will actually put I'm playing whatever I'm playing. And then it'll post that. And then there's a delay. So I have 7 seconds of a delay. So that way it posts everything. It puts the what I'm typing in there. And then what it will do is it will send it. And this is the hotkey for sending on Facebook is control return. And then I have another 7 seconds after hitting send. And I automatically have it close out the browser, so I don't have to fidget with it. So sometimes you know, in a perfect world, it goes through smoothly. Sometimes I have to do the action not once but twice, only so that way it actually posts. Because sometimes it will hang on Facebook, which is kind of annoying. But you know, for the most part, it serves its function. I actually used a blank template because I wanted to see my CPU usage. So right now it's at what, 33, 45%, so which is not too bad. But that's pretty much Streamdeck. You can create a lot of different things. I mean, we could talk about this here. So some people want to see their viewer count, especially people who use YouTube. This would be your YouTube viewer count. You can actually go in here and change the viewer image if you wanted to. I don't need to worry about that. I don't do live streams to YouTube anymore, and if I do in the future, the channel will go through a rebranding if I decide to go and do live stream gaming again. But I don't foresee that happening with YouTube anytime soon. It may in the future. I'm keeping my options open, but right now I am on Twitch. All right, so hotkeys. If you ever wanted to create one, you would just come here to the system, and then you would be able to click on whatever hotkey you needed to do. This is useful for a lot of different apps, not just, you know, streaming. There is a hotkey switch. I think that's what mine was. No, mine was an app. Never mind. If I wanted to launch a website, I could just put the URL here, do this, and it'll open up the web page for me. I don't really need to worry about doing that right now. If I wanted to do a custom text, I could. If I wanted to open out an application, I could do that too. And this is what this was. This is a launcher for the applications. So, you know, you can come in here, you can change the icon to be whatever you want it to be, whatever you're launching. But I don't need to worry about that right now because I've already pretty much set up what I need to. These buttons are actually going to get filled out very soon because there's a couple of other things coming, but that's just for my workflow and my workflow alone. I do show, you know, people how to do certain things, and when they have questions, I try to walk them through it if I can, if I have time to. But the reason why I'm making this video is because there was somebody on Discord. Let me pull up my Discord again. I'm going to move this over here, and let me jump to the Discord that I was in. Here we go. It was, I said I would reply after work. It was to somebody named Thad. And so what I'm going to do is let Thad know that I posted this video. Hopefully this helps you. This is what I wanted to show you. I don't know if you use Streamdeck or not, but this is just for the other people who wanted to view it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we need to cover. I mean, you know, you've got all of these amazing features here. So I hope this video helps you all as far as setting up your streams and stuff. I mean, I could talk a little bit more. We could go a little more in depth with the Elgato capture card or setting up your key lights. I do have 2 key lights and a ring light, as you all saw on the Streamdeck. They're fairly easy to set up. I have mine set up through Wi-Fi. You have to make sure that you're on the same Wi-Fi network to connect to them, or you can do it through your mobile device. I do not have Streamdeck Mobile, so I do not know how to set that up. But you always want to make sure when it comes to your capture card that you have your out going to your monitor or TV, that you have your in going to your console, or if you're using a dual PC setup, you want to make sure that your in is going to the PC that you're capturing your game from. Although if you're using OBS or Streamlabs, you can actually just do a display capture and stream it that way. That's what I do when I'm playing Don't Starve. Like, I do not use my capture card when it comes to PC gaming. I only use it for console gaming. I hope that helps you all. If you're having trouble, and I've noticed this in the Discord chat too, if you're having trouble with the capture card, check your cables. Unplug them, leave them unplugged for about a minute, plug them back in. If it's a faulty cable, change out your cable, see if that works. Somebody had to change out their HDMI cable and it was working for them great. You know, if it's something to where you've exhausted all options, where trial and error, you've rebooted your PC, it's still not working, then at that point I recommend opening up a support ticket. And I have to say, Elgato is very great about their customer service. I am very happy when I reach out to them and I have issues, because they're very, very considerate on how to, you know, talk to you. They're very professional, and they work with you on the issues to try to help you resolve it. If not, worst case scenario, I think what it was that I had to replace my capture card, and they did that for me. I did an RMA. So, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to them if you've exhausted all your options. But thanks for tuning in. I know it's not your normal video for photography, but thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this helps out some streamers. And I want to say I look forward to an Among Us stream tomorrow night at 6:30. I've got some friends popping in on Discord if you want to come and hang out with us. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. It's going to be Vic's Gaming Corner, and I will see you all on tomorrow's stream. Thanks for hanging out with me.